Hello, hello, hello. I'm Krisia, and welcome to a lightning lesson. We all come with a history, and when it comes to learning English, you each have a story. And so there are things that happened to you when you first walked into the classroom that affect what you do with your English now and what you think you can do in the future. And today we're going to talk about your past, your present, and your future with English and what you can do to change it. I'm Krisia from Lightning English, and I'm here to help you improve your English through quick, easy daily practice instead of studying grammar and vocabulary. So, today's lightning lesson is let's talk about the past. These lightning lessons are recorded live every single week. You can join me live on the Lightning English Facebook page, in the Lightning English YouTube channel, and you can also find the recordings of previous lives in both places. So you can always go back and see what you missed, especially if you can't make it live. Um, let's get started. So, I want you to think back to your earliest memory of learning English. For many of you, this was in a classroom. You probably had a teacher and you were probably quite enthusiastic about it. But I want you to think back and think about how you felt about learning English at the beginning. And so, all of us have a history. We're not just the person we are now. We are a result of everything that we've done to get us here. And so, what I want you to do is start thinking about that history and what that means for your English. Okay. So, maybe in school you were really good at English and you did really well, but then you finished and then maybe you found out that what you had learned in school didn't really apply fully when you got into another situation. And so that gave you some kind of feeling. It's possible if you were like me, then you were enthusiastic about learning a foreign language. But once you got started, you realized that you just weren't so good at it. And that was my situation. I did French and Latin in school, and I just wasn't good at it. And I just had this idea that came out of that I'm just not good at learning languages. And we get these ideas from our history. And those thoughts, for example, I'm not good at learning languages, or learning in the classroom doesn't help me in real life. So what's the point of learning? Those thoughts that we have affect the actions that we take later. So if we think that we can't learn English, then guess what? We don't even bother trying. If we think that, or maybe you had a situation like this where you had a lot of kids in the class and some were really, really good at it and some were like me, really bad. And you might have been somewhere in the middle and thinking, okay, I'm working really hard, but why am I not getting better? So then it gives you this idea that if you work really hard, you're not going to get better. So bringing these thoughts from your past experiences to your present, I want you to start really looking at how you felt back then, whether it was when you first started learning or later on when you first started using your English, maybe at work, um, and realize that it wasn't quite where you needed to be. How do these thoughts that you had affect your decisions that you make or that you made later? And so this is really important because your thoughts result in your actions. Okay. So these actions that you take, or in this case, the actions that you don't take. So, for example, you may have turned down opportunities to do things because you felt your English wasn't good enough. And if you felt like you would never be good at English, obviously you wouldn't accept an opportunity where your English is expected to be better. This is just an example. I don't know what your situation is. This is something that you need to look at yourself and see, what are my thoughts regarding learning English? Regarding specifically, you want to look at your own thoughts about you learning English. And so you want to look at these thoughts and you want to try and get to the bottom of, what actions have I taken as a result of these thoughts? What actions am I not taking as a result of these thoughts? And so this could be anything. And I want you to just open your mind to look at what this means. So then I want you to Think about the actions that you're taking or not taking, and think about where you want to be in the future. Is this Are these actions that you're not taking as a result of the conclusions that you came to from your past experience, are they stopping you from reaching your goals in the future? And then I want you to take a look back at that thought that led to the action. So, for example, my thought was, I'm bad at languages and I'm never going to be good at it. That stopped me from taking opportunities to try and learn languages. Luckily, I was pushed into it by virtue of the way I lived. And so I was able to reframe that thought and think, oh, okay, it's not that I can't learn languages, it's that I can't learn languages the way they were taught to me in school. Or maybe not that I can't, but I just wasn't good at it. I also was a lazy student, so that might have helped. A lazy student when it came to languages. I hated studying grammar and I hated learning the vocabulary. So, of course, I didn't do well. But I realized later that not doing well in school didn't mean that I couldn't learn languages. And after learning a couple of languages, I realized, okay, I just needed a technique that worked. Maybe you had a bad teacher. Maybe you had a teacher who you hated, and that's the reason why you're not good at English now. You can go back and keep blaming that teacher, or you can say, I don't have that teacher now. I have the opportunity to work with a better teacher, I hope. And maybe that's what I need to move forward. So I want you to really think about how your thoughts of your history with English, of the past, affect your present and how you can change those thoughts to fix the future. Okay, so this is a multi step process and it's going to take a little while. So I have a couple of really cool announcements for you. And so stay tuned while I share with you what I'm going to do to help you to go through this process. Um, and I want to say hello to Niati. Again, welcome back. Okay, so I'm going to share with you what I promised you a special announcement, and that is I am once again hosting my masterclass. It's a free masterclass called The Secret to Improving Your English Vocabulary Without Studying. And this masterclass I think is really, really fun and successful. I've had so much positive feedback from it. People who had no idea that they could come to a free class and learn so much. So I'm inviting you to come and join me for this master class. I'll be holding it next week and the week after next. I'm giving you 3 dates to choose from. And all you have to do is go into, I'll give you the link right now, lightningenglish.com/class. And I have a sign up form there. You just go in and where is it? So yeah, go here to reserve your seat. Choose the date and time that works for you, works with your calendar. I have a couple of different times of day to account for different time zones. And then I'm asking you for your first name and email address so that you can register. And then if you want, click the box underneath so I can add you to my mailing list. This isn't a spam list. I send out things that I think will help you with your English, and also my free downloads, invitations to future master classes and workshops. If you've already been to my masterclass, I've got something for you, but just let me finish this. So, on the thank you page, after you've signed up for the masterclass, you're going to have the option to add it to your calendar. Go ahead and do this because it's going to help you to remember to come. I'm going to send you an email reminder beforehand, but I hope you'll join me live at this masterclass because I'm going to share with you my best secrets for improving your English vocabulary. And if you're like me, then you don't like studying. You don't like memorizing, and maybe you're not even good at it. So, I'm going to teach you how to improve your English vocabulary without the studying, without the memorizing, and how to do that quickly and easily in a way that allows the words to come to you when you need them. So, if that's you, go ahead now to lightningenglish.com/class and sign up. Yeah. So, the thing is, a number of you out there have already been to my masterclass. I've held it before and I've really enjoyed holding it. And I know those of you who've been have really enjoyed it as well. And so if you are on my mailing list, you are going to get a special exclusive offer. And by the way, the people who sign up for the masterclass before this workshop, will also get invited to this. So it's not too late to join in on this. But I'm holding a workshop on Zoom just for people who have already attended my masterclass. And this workshop is going to help you with this process that I just talked about. We're going to find out your story. We're going to find out how your story, your history with English is affecting your present choices, and it's affecting how you're learning English right now. And so we're going to figure that out together, and we're going to work through it and come up with a way to help you to move forward past your story into the future that you really want for your English. So I'm going to do that with you live on Zoom in a workshop. And so, like I said, it is only for the people who've already been to my masterclass. So if you haven't already, go ahead and join at lightningenglish.com/class and sign up for one of the first two sessions. The third session is after the workshop. So if you're signed up for the third session, you'll miss it. But sign up for one of the first two masterclass sessions, and then you'll be invited to join me in this Zoom workshop. This is a special workshop, and I'm only holding it live. I'm not recording it because the other people there will be on camera. I don't want people to feel uncomfortable about being recorded. So you do have to show up live if you're coming to this workshop. And I'm really excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm really looking forward to helping you to improve your English vocabulary without studying. So come to my masterclass and join me. Take your stories about the past and about how you have learned English up to this point, put it aside, and try to figure out where you're going now. What's the next action that you can take to improve your English? I'm going to suggest that the next action is to go to lightningenglish.com/class and sign up for the free masterclass. And I'll see you there. So thanks so much for joining me today. And if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them in the comments and I will reply. I look forward to seeing you again next week for another lightning lesson. Bye-bye.